Okay. I would like to call this meeting of the Prince William County School Board to order. The Prince William County School Board is conducting a special meeting for the consultation with staff and legal counsel regarding legal requirements and procedures pertaining to a certification for collective bargaining by school board employees, which requires legal advice and guidance as provided by Virginia Code 2.23711A8. Pursuant to School Board Policy 139, school board member participation in meetings by electronic communication, school board member Diane Ralston of the Neabsco District will participate in this meeting through electronic means from her home due to a medical condition that prevents her physical attendance. School board member Lori Williams of the Woodbridge District will participate in this meeting through electronic means due to scheduling conflicts that prevents her physical attendance. The clerk will so note this in the minutes of the meeting. A motion is in order for the approval of the closed session agenda. Ms. Zargapur. Or I mean, Ms. Jackson. I'm sorry.
Thank you, Dr. Lateef. I move that the Prince William County School Board approve the closed session agenda as recommended.
Do I have a second?
A second.
Ms. Wall seconds. Any discussion? Please vote. Ms. Ralston, how do you vote?
Yes.
Okay. Is Ms. Williams on? Or?
So Ms. Williams is not on yet. She might be running a little bit late.
That's fine. Okay, Ms. Ralston votes yes.
Mm-hmm. And, open online voting. Sorry, you guys. Just checking to see if you're with me.
Okay.
The vote is 5 yes, 1 not present vote, Williams, 1 absent, Zargapur, and who did I miss?
And Williams, absent.
Okay. 6.
Motion passes.
Yes, sir.
Moving on to motion to enter closed session. A motion is in order. Ms. Jackson.
Thank you. I move that pursuant Virginia Code Section 2.2-3711 and 2.2-3712, the Prince William County School Board enter closed session for the following reason. 1, that the Prince William County School Board consult with staff and legal counsel regarding the legal requirements and procedures pertaining to a certification for collective bargaining by school board employees, which requires legal advice and guidance as provided by Virginia Code Section 2.2-3711A8.
Do I have a second?
Mr. Chairman,
Ms. Wall.
I second.
Any discussion? Please vote. Ms. Ralston, how do you vote?
Yes.
Ms. Ralston votes yes.
The vote is 6 yes, 1 not present vote, Williams, 1 absent, Zargapur, motion passed.
Okay. The Prince William County School Board will now enter closed session and return to open session in approximately 1 hour, maybe less. Okay, we're returning into open session. Prince William County School Board's back, and I need a closed session certification motion. Ms. Jackson.
Thank you, Dr. Lateef. I move that pursuant Virginia Code Section 2.2-3712, the closed session of the Prince William County School Board meeting of March 24th, 2022, be certified by adopting the following resolution. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the Prince William County School Board hereby certifies that, to the best of each member's knowledge, 1, only public business matters lawfully exempted from open meeting requirements were discussed in the closed meeting to which this certification resolution applies, and 2, only such public business matters as were identified in the motion convening the closed meeting were heard and discussed or considered by the school board.
Do I have a second? Ms. Jessie seconds. Any discussion? Please vote. Ms. Ralston, how do you vote on the closed session certification?
Yes.
Ms. Ralston votes yes. Ms. Williams, how do you vote?
Yes.
Ms. Williams votes yes.
Yes.
Ms. Ralston and Ms. Williams vote yes. Okay, next we're going to go to the update on the process for the response onto certification for collective bargaining. This evening, we have Ms. Cynthia Hudson from the law firm of Sands Anderson for a brief presentation. Did that vote pass? The vote passed. Okay, great. So a motion for certification passed. So moving on, Ms. Cynthia Hudson from the law firm of Sands Anderson for a brief presentation tonight. Thank you, Ms. Hudson. Go ahead.
Yes, very brief indeed, Mr. Chair. Good evening to all of you, and thanks for allowing me to assist. Collective bargaining, employee certification process for school board vote, is a procedure that has been drafted by staff and put before the board this afternoon for its consideration, and my presentation is just a brief description and highlights of that process. Just by way of background, effective May 1st, 2021, the Virginia Code was amended to permit for the first time in over 40 years school boards to allow collective bargaining. By that, we mean to legally recognize and bargain with a labor union or other employee association as the exclusive bargaining agent of their employees, and as a consequence, enter into a collective bargaining agreement regarding various terms and conditions of their employment, but with the understanding that the school board's authority to establish a budget or appropriate funds could not be impaired in any manner by that process. The statute also provides a means by which employees may seek to trigger a period during which the school board is required to act on collective bargaining, because under the statute, whether or not to permit collective bargaining is purely optional with any school board. It is not required to be permitted. However, if a school board has not already, on its own initiative, decided to enable collective bargaining or to address it in any manner with respect to whether or not it will be allowed, then employees as a group may self-identify as a unit and present to a school board certification from a majority of a particular group of public employees seeking action by the board on collective bargaining. It is that certification that triggers that 120-day period within which a school board must act on whether to adopt a resolution providing for collective bargaining by that unit or any other unit that the school board might deem appropriate. It is the procedure by which such a certification is to be received and managed and administered that is the subject of the procedure before the board this afternoon. Note that the statute under which collective bargaining has been permitted does not provide for any procedural framework at all, or indeed any substantive guidance with respect to how this process works, what certification looks like, what it is actually, and it is the position of your legal staff that it is inherent in your having been granted the ability to enable collective bargaining, that you also have the attendant right to establish some procedures by which this process may be initiated. And again, that's why we're here today. So at this point, Prince William County Schools has indeed received such a purported certification. On March 18th, the PWEA submitted an affidavit and letter stating that over 51% of PWCS's certified employees have signed cards or other indications supporting collective bargaining. They've also proffered a resolution that defines who those certified personnel are, specifically as any non-administrative employees whose school employment requires a license from the Virginia Board of Education or Board of Health. Why is a procedure to verify certification necessary? As I said, because Virginia law contains no procedures regarding the content, form, or manner of filing of the certification for what is a very significant action sought to be invoked by this certification, nor any process for review by the board for the accuracy of such a certification in its contention that a majority of a group of employees support collective bargaining, a procedure to verify that asserted majority support is in order, and is it provided by the proposed procedure for submission of employee certification for vote on collective bargaining. The procedure before the board is based on a procedure, I note, that is already in place and used by the Prince William County government. Believe it provides a uniform structure and process so employees know what is required as they contemplate this action. It ensures an inclusive process accessible to all employees, and it does not commit the school board to adopting collective bargaining. It does, however, provide a process pursuant to which the board may be required to take an action one way or the other with respect to its intent. Under this process, the manner of filing a certification is specified through the clerk of the board and then triggers a process that is administered by the school superintendent. As we mentioned, the certification is subject to verification with respect to, the number of employees that are purported to constitute that majority. So it seeks to verify that those are indeed current Prince William County Schools employees, that they occupy particular positions that the school board would deem eligible to consider for collective bargaining. It seeks to determine whether or not those signatures or that support was timely indicated in a particular period of time specified in the process. If the superintendent, through that verification process, finds the certification insufficient, i.e., that there is not a majority of support as indicated by the initial certification, then the superintendent is to so state by way of a statement of findings that are issued to the filing party, to the board, and generally made known. 15 days from the issuance of that finding of insufficiency, the filing party, the employees who filed the certification of support, have the opportunity to respond and make objections and to challenge that finding of insufficiency. If, however, they fail to file any response to that filing of insufficiency within that 15 days, then this process terminates and that 120-day clock that was started by the initial filing of the certification ends. If a response to the finding of this insufficiency is made, objections are made, it's challenged, then the superintendent in turn has another 15 days to review that response and those objections and to make a redetermination regarding the sufficiency or insufficiency of the certification. If at that point the certification is deemed sufficient, then the 120-day board action period resumes from that date. If it is again found insufficient upon the redetermination, this process ends. No board action is required due to a lack of evidence of majority support. If, of course, the certification is found sufficient, then the board must act within the remainder of the 120-day action period that is imposed by law. That is the quick overview of the process before you. I will take any questions that the board would like to pose.
Does anyone have any questions? Okay. No questions. Please did you rename it, B? Okay, redo F5 so you can update your thing, and then we will go ahead and take a vote. The folks at home, Ms. Williams, Ms. Rawls, anybody have a question? Okay. All right. So refresh, and then I'll take the roll call here. Oh, yeah, then we're going to make a motion. I'm sorry. That's right. Okay, at this point, a motion is in order. Ms. Jackson.
Thank you. I move that Prince William County School Board approve procedures for the submission of employee certifications.
Do I have a second?
Mr. Chairman?
Ms. Zargarpur.
I second.
Ms. Zargarpur seconds. Any discussion? Please vote. Ms. Ralston, how do you vote?
Yes.
Ms. Ralston votes yes. Ms. Williams, how do you vote?
Yes.
Ms. Williams votes yes.
The vote is 7 yes, 1 no. Wall, motion passed.
Okay, moving on to the calendar date amendment. This item is on for action. A motion is in order. Ms. Jackson.
Thank you. I move that the Prince William County School Board amend the 2021-2022 school calendar by moving the Tuesday, May 3rd, 2022 holiday to Monday, May 2nd, 2022.
Do I have a second?
Mr. Chairman.
Ms. Zargarpur.
I second.
She seconds the motion. Any discussion? Please vote. Ms. Ralston, how do you vote?
Yes.
Ms. Ralston votes yes. Ms. Williams, how do you vote?
Yes.
Ms. Williams votes yes.
The vote is 8 yes, unanimous, motion passed.
Wonderful. At this point, the Prince William County School Board will adjourn.